sniff and scurry, and two were little people. Beings were small smiles, but looked and acted like other people today. Their name for him or her. Due to their small size, it would be easy not to notice what them doing. But if you look close enough, you could discover the most amazing things. Every day, mice and the little people spent time in maze looking for their own special treats. The mice sniff and scurry, possessing only simple logic and brain, but good instinct, searched for hard nibbling trees they liked, as mice often do. Two little people, Ham and Hoa, with their brain filled many beliefs. They searched for the different kind of trees with a capital C, which they believed would make feel happy and successful. As different minds and little people were, they shared something common. Every morning, they each put on their jogging suits and running shoes, left their little homes, and raced out into the maze, looking for their favorite trees. The maze was headphones, corridors, chamber, some containing delicious trees, but there was also a dark corner with blind alleys leading nowhere. It was an easy place for running in to get lost. However, the farther away home is such secret let them enjoy a better life. The man, sniff and scurry, with the simple trial that every method find the trees. They ran a long corridor, and they proved that they didn't land out whether they remember column help the trees and calculate new areas. Sniff or smell of the general direction trees usually direct north, and scurry will race ahead. They got lost, you expect, in the wrong direction, and often run to the fall. However, two little people, Ham and Hoa, had very complex brain. With the leaves in motion, the main life in the maze were complicated and challenging. Daily life harmonies complicated and finding trees, depending on their living and on their positive over their ability, sometimes cloudy with their look that thing. Eventually, in their way, all discover what they were looking for. They each found their own kind of trees one day, and the end of the corridor in Tree Station C. Every morning after that, the mice and little people dressed in their running gear and headed over Tree Station C. It wasn't long before they each established their routine. Sniff and Scurry continued to work a live day raced through the maze, always following the same route. On their life there's destination, the mask of running shoes tied them together home on the neck, so they could condemn quickly them need them again, then enjoy the cheese. In the beginning, Ham and Hoa also raced to Cheese Station C every morning to enjoy tasting more with them. But after a while, a different routine set in for the little people. Ham and Hoa awoke each day a little later, dressed a little slower, and walked to Cheese Station C. After all, they knew where the cheese was and got it there. They had no idea where the cheese came from, or the put it there, so just assumed it did there. As soon as Ham and Hoa arrived at Cheese Station C each morning, they settled in the maiden themselves home. They hung up the jogging suit, put away their running shoes, and put on their slipper. They were becoming very comfortable now they had found cheese. This is great, Ham said. There's enough cheese to last you forever. The repair felt happy and successful, and so they were secure. It wasn't long before Ham and Hoa regarded the cheese they found at Cheese Station C as their cheese. It was such a large store of cheese that they wanted to move their home and to be close to and build a social life around it. To make themselves feel more home, Ham and Hoa decorate wall is safe and even draw pictures of cheese around them, which made them smile. One read, "Having cheese makes you happy." Sometimes Ham and Hoa looked at their friends by their pie cheese at Cheese Station C and pointed with pride, saying, "Very nice cheese, huh?" Sometimes they share it with their friend. and sometimes they didn't. We deserve these treats, Ham said. We certainly had worked to find it. He picked up the nice fresh piece and ate it. After all, Ham fell asleep, as he often did. Every night the little people were home full of treats, and every morning their confident returned for more. This went on in some time. After a while, Ham and Howard's confidence grew into the arrogance and success. Soon they began so comfortable they didn't even notice what was happening. As time went on, Sniff and Scurry continued their routine. They arrived early each morning, and Sniff and Scratch and Scurry around the train station C, inspecting the area to see if the beneath changed there before. Then they would sit down and nip on the trees. One morning they arrived at train station C and discovered there was no cheese. They weren't surprised, since Sniff and Scurry noticed supply to cheese had been getting smaller every day. They were prepared for enough and knew instinctively what to do. They looked at each other, removed the running shoes they tied together and hung convenient around their neck, put them on their feet, and laced them up. The mice did not overanalyze them. To the mice, the problem and the answer were both simple. The situation she had changed, so Sniff and Scurry decided to change. They both looked at the maid. Then Sniff lifted his nose, sniffed, and nodded to Scurry, who took off running lanes. But Sniff followed as fast as could. They were quickly off in searching of new cheese. Later that same day, Ham and Howard arrived at cheese station C. They had not been paying attention to the small changes that had been taking place each day, so it guaranteed their cheese would be there. They were unprepared what they found. What? No cheese? Ham yelled. He candidly asked, no cheese? No cheese? As though if he shouted louder, someone would pull back. Who moved my cheese? He hollered. Finally, he put his hands on his lips and his face red, and he screamed at the top of his voice, "It's not fair!" Howard just shook his head in disbelief. He, too, had counted on finding cheese at cheese station C. He stood there for a long time, frozen, shocked. He was just not ready for this. Ham was yelling something, but Howard didn't want to hear it. He didn't want to deal with what's facing him, so he just tuned everything out. The little people's behavior was not very interactive, productive, but it was understandable. Finding cheese wasn't easy, and it meant a great deal more little people just having nothing to eat every day. Finding cheese was a little people's way of getting what they thought they would be happy. They have their own idea what cheese meant to them, depending on their taste. For some, finding cheese as having material things. For others, living into good health, or developing a spiritual sense of well-being. For Howard, cheese just meant feeling safe, having a loving family someday, living in a cozy undercurrents in the shadow. To him, cheese was becoming a big cheese in charge of the other, and then a big house stopped Camembert Hill. Because cheese was important to them, two little people spent a long time trying to decide what to do. All they could think of was keep looking around cheeseless station C to see if the cheese was really gone. What Sniff and Scurry had proclaimed on, Ham and Howard continued to hem and haw. Howard started to get depressed. What would happen if the cheese wasn't there tomorrow? You mentioned plans without cheese. The little people couldn't believe it. How could this happen? No one was one. It wasn't right. It was not the thing supposed to be. Him and Hoa went home that night hungry and discouraged. But with the left, Hoa wrote on the wall. The more important your cheese is, the more your water hold on to it. The next day, Ham and Hoa left their homes and returned to Cheese Station C again, but they still expected somehow to find their cheese. The situation hadn't changed. The cheese was no longer there. Naughty people didn't know what to do. Ham and Hoa just stood there immobilized like two statues. Hoa shut his eyes as tight as he could and put his hands over his eyes. He just wanted to black everything out. He didn't know cheese supply getting smaller. He believed it moved. All of a sudden, him analyzed the situation over and over, and eventually his complicated brain with his huge belief system took hold. Why did they do this to me? He demanded. What's really going on here? Finally, Hoa opened his eye, looked around, and said, By the way, where are Sniff and Scurry? Did I think there is something we don't? Hem scoffed. What would they know? Hem continued. They're just simple mice. They found what happened. We are little people. We are special. We should be able to figure this out. I know we're smarter, Hoa said, but we don't seem to be acting smart at the moment. Things change around here, Hem. Maybe we need to change, do things differently. Why should we change? Ham asked. We are very people. We're special. This sort of things will happen to us. Always does. We should risk some benefit. Why should we get benefit? Hoa asked. Because we're entitled, Ham claimed. Entitled to what? Hoa wanted to know. We're entitled to our cheese. Why? Hoa asked. Because we didn't cause this problem, he said. Somebody else did this and we should get some out of it. What suggested maybe we should stop analyzing the situation so much and just get going and find some new cheese. Oh no, Ham argued. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. While Ham and Hoa were still trying to decide what to do, Sniff and Scurry were already on their way. They went farther into the woods, up and down corridor, looking for cheese every cheese station they could find. They didn't think of anything else but finding new cheese. They didn't find any for some time until they finally went to an area of the mansion where they'd never been before. Cheese Station N. They scrolled with the light. They found what they were looking for, a great supply of new cheese. They can hardly believe their eyes. It was the biggest store of cheese the mice had ever seen. In the meantime, Ham and Hoa were still back in Cheese Station C and valuing their situation. They were now suffering from the effects of having no cheese. They were becoming frustrated and angry and were blaming each other for the situation they were in. Now and then, Hoa thought towards mice friends, Sniff and Scurry, and wondered if they found each cheese yet. He believed they might be having a hard time. The learning through the maze usually involved some disappointment, but he also knew they would likely be on their list for a while. Sometimes, Hoa would amaze Sniff and Scurry finding new cheese and enjoying it. He thought about how it would be for him to be out of an adventure maze and to find fresh new cheese. He could almost taste it. The more clearly Hoa saw it amazing Sarah finding and enjoying the new cheese, the more he saw himself in the Cheese Station C. Let's go, he exclaimed all of a sudden. No, honey, Peggy responded. I like it here. It's comfortable, it's right now. Besides, it's dangerous out there. No, it isn't.